everybody doing? How everybody doing? How everybody doing? Thank you for joining me. 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 This is Brian Glaze Gibbs, live, cigar chat. Kind of still feeling under the weather, so I'm not gonna have a cigar today. You know, I'm not gonna have a cigar today. Hey, folks, listen. You know what I want you to do is, honestly speaking, cherish that four-letter word we call life. Cherish that word we call life, man. Love on your loved ones, man. Because once again, right now is all of us. The day that we are born is the day that we start dying. We all have expiration date, man. Julian, how you doing, man? We all have expiration date. And a lot of times people do not understand that. The day that we're born is the day that we start to die. And right now, with that being said, it's like right now, I just lost my aunt. May her soul rest in peace. Like I said right now is, man, like, you know how, like, you don't understand how precious life is and how to cope with pain. And like I said right now is, like, that's why I sit back and think about the last time I seen her. I talked to her daily. The last time I saw her was December 28th. And, you know, like I say, I talked to her. The last time I talked to her was like, well, last Tuesday, last Wednesday. And like I told you right now, folks, just like that, she's gone, man. Thank you, man. She's gone. And when you sit back and you try to understand, like, man, you can't make sense of it. You can't make sense of it. So that's what I'm trying to tell you, folks. Listen, man, love on your loved one. Love on your wife. Love on your mother. Love on your father. Love on your kids. Love on your grandparents. Love on your brother. Love on your sister. Love on them. Because once they love your aunties, loving your uncles, because once they are gone, they're gone. There's no coming back. Once they're gone, they're gone. Only thing you have is the memory. You know, cherish the memory, the fond memory. Like, you know, even right now with her, what I can remember, going back to Skillman Street, every Sunday like clockwork, her and her sisters. You know, right now, my aunt, you know, since she living on Skillman Street, okay, near Lafayette Garden. And every Sunday, you know, my mother with her 3 kids, my aunt, you know what I'm saying, both of my aunt and their kids, we all used to meet over there. We used to meet on 265 Skillman, you know what I'm saying, DeKalb. And it was like every Sunday was like soul food. Everybody get together, congregating. You know what I'm talking about right now, socializing, having a great time. You know, right now, when you talk about soul food, because everybody cook and they bring all the food there and everybody pig out. Have a jolly good time. It was always clean-cut fun. Don't let it be a weekend when it's a card game weekend. Don't let these sisters get together and they say, you know what we're gonna have? We're gonna have a card game. And man, you talking about they be hustling. They got these card game, taking cut, you know, making food, fish sandwich, chicken sandwich, dinners. Oh man, they just get their hustle on. But the difference is right now is like, I can remember that, being a little slimy old kid. Remember all that. And just like that, it's gone. It's gone. I even sit back and think about some of the things that, you know, as I got older. And sometimes, folks, sit back and think about it. When you get older, you get into your teenage years, 17, 18, 19, you know, you start smelling in your arm, thinking you grown. And with that being said, you start acting a certain way. Your behavior starting to change. You start acting or probably right now opposed to when somebody call you or address you, you go, yes, sir, yes, ma'am, no, sir, no, ma'am. Guess what? We stop all that because you think you grown. And you know what? Sit back and think about it. That's when I start having problems with my aunts and them because I start thinking I was grown when I wasn't. And you can be grown, but you still honor thy mother and thy father, and thy days should be long. So even like me acting grown or being grown or whatever, it was a turnoff for them. They hated my guts for that. So being that they hated my guts for that, they didn't want to be bothered with me. And you know what? You sit back and you think about it, even as you get older. As you get older and you start seeing some of these young kids being no manners and being disrespectful, guess what? Now I know how my aunts and them feel. Man, listen, you better get your behind away from me. Because who the heck want to deal with no manner, disrespectful kids? Regardless, That's a turnoff. Right now, it's all about respect, man. It's all about teaching our kids how to deal with people with respect, love, and human compassion. I don't care how low you get. I don't care how gangster you get or what part of the gang are you down with. It doesn't matter. It's all about respect. But the difference is, in order for you to respect anybody, you got to first attempt to respect yourself. How can I respect you if I don't respect myself? How can I respect him, her, or anybody if I don't respect myself? So what we have to do is get back to the basic principle, man. And what I'm trying to say right now, it's crazy how everything come back to full circle. Because once again, when you start, relationships start deteriorating, you want to know why. Why these relationships start deteriorating? Because once again, if you love me, as a little boy, as a little girl, what changed? Because once again, you don't behave. You start thinking you're grown. You start being disrespectful, or start thinking that you don't have to listen, or start thinking you can do what the hell you want to do and get away with it. Folks, it's not about that, man. It's not about that, man. And that's why I say right now is, man, listen, I lost a key member of my family. And like I said right now, folks, listen, man, I don't wish that upon nobody. I don't wish that feeling upon nobody. Because once again, like I said, when you get the news of losing somebody of significant, it hurt. It hurt. And like I said right now, is guess what, folks? It's healthy to cry. Let it out. When you love and you care about somebody and guess what? They're gone, cry. Cry. That's natural. That's nature. A lot of times people want to put their pride away, or real men don't cry. That's a bunch of baloney. The bottom line is right now is, to me, like I said right now, here it is on my way down here, I cry. Last night when I got the news, I stopped eating. I stopped doing anything. I was just lost. Lost for words. Wanting understanding. Here it is right now is who I'm going to call and talk trash with. Because with her, she give it to you. When I call her and talk to her, whatever, it's like right now is, look, she'll give it to me. I used to always say I got the 3 C's. I got 3 aunts left. Now it's 2. And I call them the 3 C's. I call them the 3 C's. The Christian, the crazy, and the crook. And, we all die laughing about that or whatever, because that's it. I call them that because of their mentality, their attitude, their demeanor. And the difference is right now, I'm not saying who's who. I'm not saying which one of them was a Christian. I'm not saying which one was a crazy. I'm not saying which one was a crook. I'm not saying. The difference is right now is where the shoe fit, that's where you wear it. But the difference is that's how we used to bond. We used to have that deep conversation, talk about any and everything from A to Z. I remember one time when I was away, I'm away, and I don't know what she did, but she got word to me I need to call her, and I call her. And basically right now is one of my guys that was down with me. Right now is, guess what? He was down with me. And he was on a run at the time, for some, murders. He was on a run. And basically right now is he was dealing with one of her kids, one of her granddaughters. And she said, look, I don't care what you got to do or what you need to do. That got to stop. That got to end. I'm like, Auntie, I'm in here. What the heck can I do? I'm saying, I'm incarcerated. Listen, you get the word out, you make it happen or whatever. So, like I said right now, folks, that was a tough one. Because right now, she telling me that I got to stop. You know what I'm saying? My right hand, one of my little man that's on the run. He been on the run forever. You know what I'm saying? For some murder charge. And, my cousin was dealing with him. So the bottom line was I had to call her up and talk to her. Say, look, I love him. That's like a little brother to me. I love him like life itself. But the difference is right now, what type of life are you going to have with him? Guess what? He's on a run. Okay, by that time, he probably was on a run for like what? I don't know, 4 or 5 years. I said, listen, here it is. Only thing going to happen to him because of the lifestyle that he lived and because of who he is and his mentality. Only thing going to happen to him, he going to die on the street of a violent death or he going to go to jail for the rest of his life. Okay? So I was able to get that across to her and get her to understand you got to back away from that. You know what? I don't know whether it was 6 months to a year later. Here it is. My man was executed. And he had a young lady that was with him. And they shot her and they thought they killed her, but she played dead. And even with that being said, you know what? They tortured the girl, stabbed her, shot her. I'm saying she played dead, and they killed my man. And right now is, I always said that could have been her. And what I'm trying to say right now, folks, listen, man, sometimes you got to listen to your elders. You got to listen to them. The difference is right now, she reached out to me while I was incarcerated and said, listen, this is what you need to do. This is what you got to do. You got to stop that from happening. And like I said right now, was what can I do? Only thing I can do is put the word out. And by me having a conversation with my cousin and try to sell her that picture, get her to understand what's going to happen to him. Because right now, had I not had that conversation with her, guess what? She could have been that girl next to him when he got executed. She could have got tortured. That girl survived. Who to say she would have survived? A lot of times, people, you got to follow the signs, man. You got to follow the signs. You know, and like I said right now, man, like, you know, my deepest condolences to my first cousins, her kids, her grandkids, her great-great-grandkids, her sisters, her niece and nephew. Like I tell you right now, is you don't wish that upon nobody, man. Even right now, based upon my lifestyle, hey, thank you, Derek TV. Even based upon my lifestyle and everything I've been through or whatever. And like I said right now, it took the death of my mother, me being away, and for me to feel that pain while I was away, to make me understand the pain, the suffering that I inflicted upon the victim and the victim family. That type of pain you don't wish upon your worst enemy, folks. I don't care what anybody say. You can try to front, you can try to pretend, you can try to be this Billy bad ASS, but no, man, no. Deal with reality. Deal with reality for what it is, because reality is right there in front of us each and every day. It's there. Like I told you, it got to the point in time I had to ask myself, who am I to say who lived and who died? I am not God. I wasn't God. But the difference is back then you want a power structure so strong that nothing can penetrate through it. Then you get that, then guess what? You realize that's not what you really wanted. That's not what you really wanted. Like I tell people right now is, my story is my story. My story is my ministry. I used to be the problem. Now what I'm seeking to do, how do I become part of the solution? How do I get these kids to understand to start doing critical thinking for breakfast, lunch, and dinner? How? And you know what, like I told you right now, was I've been practicing. I've been preaching. I've been putting the word out. And right now, the BGG movement, you remember I asked people, you down with OPP? Yeah, you know me. You down with BGG? Yeah, you know me. You down with BGG? The BGG movement, it's best to give than receive. It's best to give than receive. Here it is right now. I've been putting it out in the air. And you know what? Here it is right now. I'm joining forces. Right here. Bully Buster, 702.org. Joining forces with Bully Buster, 702.org. Big Keith. Shout out to Big Keith. Right now, guess what? Here it is. You're going to see Bully Buster, you know what I'm saying, and the BGG movement coming to your city real soon. That's what this is all about. How do we get back? How do we get back to the community? How do we stop that madness? How do we get these kids to do critical thinking for breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Right now, listen, folks, check this out. Go to the page. Go to the Facebook page. Go to the IG page. Check it out. Bully Buster, 702.org. Bully Buster. You see that? It's right there. It's right there. And you know what? Like I tell you right now, when people come together, they come together for a reason. They come together for a reason. So with Bully Buster 702 and the BGG movement together, we together for a reason, man. It's right now, how do we get back to the community? How do we save the community? How do we let them know it's better ways? How do we let them know that right now everybody don't have to go astray? How? How do we let people know it's not too late, man? How? You know why? How we do it? By sharing the words. By sharing the words. Here it is, the black. Here it is. Bullet Buster. There you go right there. There you go right there, folks. This is real. Like I said right now, here it is right now, talking into existence, man. How do I get back? How do I right my wrong? How do I get back? How do I share my life experience, my ministry, getting people to understand there's no shortcut in life? Even right now with Bully Buster, how many people have been bullied in their life? Sit back and think about it. Let's get real with ourselves. How many of us have been bullies? How many times we got bullied? You get bullied in what? Grammar school. You get bullied in kindergarten. You get bullied in grade school. You know what I'm saying? Or junior high school, college. You get bullied at work. You get bullied at church. You get bullied at the gym. You get bullied in your neighborhood. You get bullied in the schoolyard. You get bullied all over. How do we stop that nonsense? And the folks right now, when you sit back and think about it, right now is, to me, I've been bullied. I've been taken advantage of. And I do not like that feeling. I hated that feeling. So you know what I did? Here it is. Either you beat them. If you can't beat them, you join them. You start doing things. You start victimizing people. That don't make it right. That don't make it right. We got to show them right now is help them build their self-esteem up. Help them to know that they are somebody. Help them to believe in themselves. Help them. Don't worry about what this person is saying about them. You know, oh, look at you. Your lips are too big or your nose is too big. Man, later for that. Love you. Teaching these kids how to love each other. Teaching them how to love themselves. Teaching them don't get caught up in that fashion world. Everybody got to have all the fancy stuff, the name brand. We are addicted to name brand. We are addicted to reputation. We want to be gangsters, you know, because nobody mess with gangsters. Man, it's nothing wrong with being a cool punk. Man, later for that. If me being a cool punk or me being a goody two-shoes gonna keep me out of jail, gonna keep me where as far as I don't have to go through difficult time, man, later for that. Let me be a goody two-shoes. Let me be a cool punk. Later for that gangster stuff. Because that gangster stuff gonna lead you where? It's gonna lead you to the penitentiary. It's gonna lead you to an early grave. Come on, man. It's nothing cool about that. But who's out there delivering that message? Nobody. Nobody. Nobody's out there delivering that message, man. Come on, folks. We have to get back to the basic, man. We have to get back to the community. We know better. When you know better, you're supposed to be able to do better. You got to. I am addicted to generation wealth now. See, Renee, you are addicted to generation wealth now. I love that. Because once again, I like when you say you're addicted to generation wealth now. How long it took you before you became addicted to generation wealth? Glaze, I just finished watching Fly Guy on Triple Bean say you saved his life one time growing up in it. And like I said right now, folks, like I say, because once again, have any good that came out of Brian Glaze Gibbs came from my late mother, Dorothy Lee Gibbs. Any good came out of Brian Glaze Gibbs, guess what? It came from my late mother. That's why I'm starting the foundation. It's best to give than receive, because I learned that from her. It's best to give than receive. How do we get back? So the difference is right now, somebody say I saved their life. The difference is right now is, guess what? You know how many lives you're gonna save? Because you gotta get people to think. Here it is, you wanna go shoot this guy. You wanna go kill this guy. For what? The difference is he's gonna be dead. Once he's dead, you're gonna be facing 25 to life. So they're both, you gotta look at it. He's dead and you got 25 to life. Guess what? Y'all both lost. That's an L. Y'all both lost. So how can we take that situation from having y'all both lose and turn it into y'all both win? How do we turn an L into a W? That's what we gotta start learning how to do, man. Because once again, you gotta paint picture. You gotta paint clear picture of these kids. Get them to understand what is what, man. Get them to see what's what. Why, Supreme, you alive, peace, keep spreading positive energy, man. Hey, that's what it's all about, man. You know what? Hey, real talk. Hey, folks, listen, man. It's all about how do we get back, man. How do we take the time out of our life, out of our busy schedule and get back, man? How do we mentor? You know, sit back and think about it. Where did gang stuff come from? You got gangs. Okay, when I was coming up with the kids, gangs start fading out. It took me to stop living the life I was living, realize my child is not going to be a statistic like I was. I just recognize who you are after watching the Vlad interview. Much respect to you, man. Okay, thank you. We have to get back to the basics. We have to get back to the basics, man. But the different, how do we get back to the basic? How do we get back to the basic? How do we get back to the basics? By being true to ourselves, man. How do we get back to the basics? By letting people know right now is, guess what? All that cartoon stuff that we seeing on TV, these, you know, the flashy stuff, the gangs. The gangs, where the gang came from. When I was coming up, the gang started fading out from the Tomahawk to the Hellcat to the Jolly Stomper. Like I said right now, bro, like I said, all due respect, man, keep the negativity away from my platform. Keep the negativity away from my platform. That's not what this is all about, man. Regardless of what, if that's what you want to believe what you say. It don't make me no different, man. The bottom line, the record speak for itself. If you Google my name, the name speak for itself. I don't, like when people start saying things, okay, you're right. I'm gonna touch on that. Like he say, I'm lying. But then again, it's like it got him on documentary in his own words. My brother this, my brother this, my brother that. Make up your mind. Why the sudden change? So you know what? It don't even make no difference, man. But what I'm saying is, folks, listen right now. Why is the gang culture? We got to get people to understand right now. Only gang you should belong to is your family. That's the only gang you should belong to. Your mother, your father, your grandparent, your brother, your sister, your wife, your kids. You know what I'm saying? Your nieces, your nephew, your auntie, your uncle. Those the only gang you should belong to. You shouldn't belong to no blood. You shouldn't have to belong to no Crip. You shouldn't have to belong to, no Latin Kings. You shouldn't have to belong to no gangs. And then right now is, guess what? Some of the initiation, what they have to do to show they worthy to be part of the gang, causing violent act, you know what I'm saying? Causing havoc and destroying the community. Listen, man, get away from that, man. Ask yourself right now before you pull that trigger. Imagine if that's your wife. Imagine if that's your husband. Imagine if that's your brother. Imagine if that's your sister. Imagine if that's your son. Imagine if that's your daughter. Imagine if that's your mother. That's your father. That's your grandmother. That's your grandfather. Think before you do anything. Put that picture. Put a picture of your loved one on that face, on that individual, before you pull that trigger. Family saved my life, bro. But that's the difference, man. Family, man. Having a real family. That's what it's all about, man. Anybody can pretend, man. That's the difference. Anybody can fake the funk. Fake the funk for what, man? Right now is stop trying to pretend. We have to learn exactly. Democrat and Republican, that's the biggest game in Congress, the House, the federal government. All right, Renee met you. And see, that's what we don't understand. We too busy fighting against each other. Why are we fighting against each other? Like we the enemy. We're too busy fighting against each other. What are we going to gain by fighting against each other? We losing each and every day of our life by fighting against each other. Because if I beat you, you beat me, what you going to gain? Are you going to become the heavyweight champion and get millions of dollars and get an endorsement and get a deal and get your sponsorship? No. The difference is right now, ask yourself before you do any of this nonsense. George Bacon Experience, thank you for joining me, man. Ask yourself before you do any of this nonsense, what it's going to bring? It's going to bring us pain or it's going to bring us pleasure? What is pain? Think about that pain. Think about who that pain going to affect. Okay, go get some ginger, honey. Thank you. Marcus Garvey, what's up, man? Bless, man, bless. But that's the difference, folks. We're too busy hating on each other, man. We're too busy hating on each other for all the wrong reason, man. All the wrong reason, man. A lot of us black love the negative. 2/3 of us will be lost, period. But you're right, Shine. A lot of us love negativity. Why? Because we are brought up in a negative situation. We are brought up into a negative environment. We think negative is good, and we think positive is bad. Sit back and think about it. When you grow up in that concrete jungle, you grow up in a project, when people doing bad stuff, doing evil stuff, beating up people, robbing people, selling drugs, killing, hurting, pimping, doing all that negativity, we think that's good. That's what we think. We're brainwashed to think negativity is good when negativity is bad. Negativity is bad. But we are brainwashed to think because we see it each and every day. We think that's the norm. That's what's supposed to be happening. That ain't what's supposed to be happening. We destroying ourselves. We destroying our community. Come on, folks. We got to be better than that. When you know better, you do better. Teach, man. Teach. All wise and women is rich in their own thoughts and ideal. All wise, you know what I'm saying? All wise man and woman is rich in their own thoughts and ideal, but it's up to us to put it in effect. We got to take the time to put it in effect. We got to coach, counsel, and train. Teach one, help one, build up one. Teaching everybody right now, right from wrong. Get away from being brainwashed, man. Everybody think the land. What is the land? Hustle. You know what? How many hustles you can go out there and do legally? But everybody, when you hear the word hustle, my thing, when I heard the word hustle, I think negativity. I think hustle is negativity. Because that's the only thing I know about hustle. Negative. But hustle is positive, man. If you go out and get one job, okay, you turn around and get you a part-time job. Then you get another side gig. That's hustling. That's what this is all about. How do you hustle legally, man? How do you hustle? You're not hustling if you got a gun in your hand. If you got a pistol in your hand, a weapon in your hand, that's not hustling. You doing backwards. You can't hustle with a gun in your hand. You can't hustle. And right now, I want y'all to understand that. If you walking around, even like say, you walking around with a gun, chances are, guess what you're doing? Automatically, you waiting for something to go wrong. Because if something go wrong, you ready for it. Right now, I used to walk around with my hand on my jammy, especially my neighborhood, waiting for somebody to get out of line, waiting for somebody to say something so I can blast them. So I can blast them. Blast them for what, man? Why you want to blast your brother and your sister? I did it before. I did it before because I thought that was the cool way. I thought that was being down. I thought I want my respect. Respect? What the heck is respect? You don't have to shoot people to get respect. You don't have to kill people to get respect. You don't have to sell drugs to get respect. You don't have to break into people's house to get respect. You don't have to rob nobody to get no respect. Respect is the way you present yourself. If you present yourself like a man, like a woman, guess what? The next party don't have no other choice but to give you respect. Respect is not given. Respect is earned. That's the difference. Understanding what respect is. I love your book. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, listen, get your signed copy of the Beyond Lucky book, The Brian Glaze Gibbs Story, a true story of crack, money, murder, and redemption by emailing me, Brian, Brian, Gibbs, Gibbs, 1201 at yahoo.com. Order your signed copy of the Beyond Lucky book, a true story of crack, money, murder, and redemption by emailing me at Brian, my first name, Brian, my last name, Gibbs, Gibbs, my date of birth, 1201 at yahoo.com. Order your signed copy today. Hey, listen, folks, I was once the problem. Now what I'm seeking to do, be part of the solution. I want to be so strong in that game. I want to be, I went from getting beat up, getting bullied, getting robbed, getting taken advantage of. I went from right now was going through all that to all of a sudden having a notorious reputation. Having a notorious reputation. You know, and that's why I say, I don't care what anybody say about me or what anybody think about me. I know me. I know when I was in the present of some of these people you'll see online talking trash about me, when I was in their present, when I became Glaze, guess what? They didn't want no part of it. They didn't want no trouble with that. And the difference is right now because guess what? I was a sick individual. And you know what? That name spoke for itself. But the difference is I was a sick individual, evil. They talk about demon world, demon time. That was me. And I had to snap out of that. I had to get it together, get out of there. That's not me. When you know better, you do better. My mother didn't raise me to be that way. My aunties and them didn't raise me to be that way. My family didn't raise me to be that way. When you know better, you're supposed to do better. But nah, you in that street. You on Rikers Island. You want to be tough. You want to be down. You want to be a gangster. Nah, look what you want to be. You want to be. You want to be something that you're not. That's not me. Want to be what? I want to be a goddamn fool because that's what I was. That's what I was. I was picking up a brick, throwing at that prison wall for absolutely nothing. And the folks, listen, when you sit back and you think about it, being a follower. Because right now, if I was a leader, back then, I would never got caught up into that nonsense. It's like monkey see, monkey do. I was being bullied. I got bullied into the lifestyle. That's how I became Brian Glaze Gibbs. I got bullied into being Brian Glaze Gibbs. Okay? I got bullied. Brian C. Wright, Glaze is the truth. Anybody hit on this man got to hate themselves straight up. Hey, what's up, Brian C. Wright? How you doing, man? Hey, Brian, man, check this out, man. Check this out. Check this out, man. Okay, Bully Buster 702. Bully Buster 702, folks. Check that out. That's who I'm getting down. The way Craig break down Cypress growing up sounded damn near impossible to be positive. That's wild. Look at this right here. Bully Buster 702. I got my brother Keep Bowen. Right now, we gonna do something big this year. Right now, we're coming to a city. We coming to a city near you. Be on the lookout. Be on the lookout. We coming. We're coming. Bully are not men. You know, you're right. I got you, Glaze. I can check it out right now. Hey, listen, folks, you're right. Bully are not men. Do you have PSD? You know what? I do. I do. And does your past life affect your sleep and dream? It does. It does. It does. People don't understand right now. Your past can affect your future. The difference right now is, guess what? I still go through things. Brother Glaze, how you doing? Keep educating this in your call and much love, brother. Hey, Michael Grant, thank you, man. But you know what, like I tell you right now, listen, you see this? The BGG movement and Bully Buster 702 joining forces. The Brian Glaze Gibbs, the BGG movement, is best to give than receive, is joining forces with the Bully Buster 702. Check it out. Subscribe to the Bully Buster, them same website. Check it out. And that's what I'm saying right now, folks. I was bullied too. My homie told me I better not go to high school to run the street. You see, and that's what I'm saying, Mr. Junebug. That's the difference. That's the difference. Your homeboy telling you that, nah, because they don't want you to go to school because you're smarter than them. You know, they don't want to go to school because they get embarrassed because they don't know the answer. They don't want to study. They don't want to go home and do their homework. So right now, the next day, they want to play hooky. So they want you to play hooky with them. That's garbage, man. God, get off in the house, man. Much love. Keep up. Hey, Renee, love you, baby girl. Love you, baby girl. Hey, but what I'm trying to say right now, folks, listen, we got to encourage people, man. We got to encourage people to do the right thing. Do the right thing each and every day. Do the right thing the first time. Do the right thing the first time. We need people like you, BGG, to spread positivity. And that's my job. That's my ministry. Like I say, I am not your typical minister. That's my ministry. How do you give back? How do you right your wrong? Like I said, I used to be the problem. Now I'm trying to be the solution. Like Keith said, if you're not the solution, then you're the problem. Whoa. If you're not the solution, then you're the problem. What are you doing about it? My high school friend wanted to do drugs all the time. I never did drugs in my life. I had to cut them off. Hey, Bawana Foundation, see, you were strong. You were strong to be able to push that to the side. Glaze, these young kids are not listening to nothing these days. They are killing people like you to get named for their self. No disrespect to you. But see, just like I said right now, but something got to click in their brains to get them to understand what are you doing. Some way they got to see that big picture. Sometimes they got to look in the mirror. What's going to happen? And you know what? I'm going to tell you a story about this guy. This guy right now is, you know, he used to get bullied. And right now, here it is, this one day in particular, he saw the bully. So what he did was he went the opposite way to avoid the bully. And just so happened, he went the opposite way. And for some reason, I guess the bully must be knew that. And the bully tracked him down, caught up with him. And right now, as he said, when that bully caught up with him, that bully knocked him cold out. Boom, knocked him out. He said when he got up, sometime later, he said he went to his house. And when he went to his house, he got the rifle with the scope. And when he got his rifle and he got the scope, and he saw the bully within distant, and he aimed. He got that bully in shot range. He seen him looking through the scope. And he say right now, before he pulled the trigger, he asked himself, he did critical thinking. Before I put his trigger, if I pull his trigger, what's going to happen to me? If I pull his trigger and kill this bully, what's going to happen to me? He said, I'm going to go to jail. And right now, if I go to jail, I'm going to be somebody's girlfriend. And he said, you know what? Nah. He took his hand off that trigger, put that rifle, and took that rifle back into the house. Right now, if he would have pulled that trigger, we that's old enough would never have known Vincent Bo Jackson. We would have never heard of the name Vincent Bo Jackson. Bo know this, Bo know that, Bo knows this. Bo was one of the first two-sport athletes along with Deion Sanders. Right now, he's playing baseball and football. He's playing both baseball and football. And Bo was a monster. He was a beast. Had Bo not injured himself with the hip injury, Bo would have been probably, a Hall of Famer in the Major League Baseball, and right now, a Hall of Famer, and I'm saying NFL. The main homie who he bully just came from jail after doing 28 years in the Fed. See, that's what I'm saying right now. 28 years in the Feds for what, man? What did he accomplish by doing 28 years in the Feds? But as I was saying, look at Bo Jackson. If Bo would have pulled that trigger and killed that bully, what would have happened to Vincent Bo Jackson? we never would never heard nothing about Vincent Bo Jackson. But he was able to think. He was able to do critical thinking. You know what I'm saying? Before he pulled that trigger. The difference is right now, anybody can pull a trigger. A kid can pull a trigger. A baby can pull a trigger. An idiot can pull a trigger. But the bottom line is right now, this man was thinking, before I pull this trigger and kill this bully from beat me up, humiliate me, before I pull this trigger and kill him, what's going to happen to me? If I shoot and kill him, that's it. His life is over with. What he did, man, nah. He said it wasn't worth it. And that's what we have to do. Temper's what get us into trouble. Pride's what keep us there. I'm going to say it again. Temper's what get us into trouble. Pride's what keep us there, folks. And that's what we have to do, man. Get away from that. A lot of people are forced into a situation that they don't want to be in. A lot of people, how you deal with bullies on the job without catching a case? Easy. How you deal with a bully on the job without catching a case? The bottom line is, first of all, that's unacceptable. Second of all, it's this. It's no different than right now. When you're around a group and you're trying to diffuse a situation, it's always going to be ooh, ah, ooh. But the difference is right now is, guess what? You pull that cat or that bully to the side one-on-one. Listen, man, the next time you step out of line, the next time you do this to me or whatever, guess what? We both going to lose our job. Because the bottom line is right now is I'm going to rain on you like it's the, you know what I'm saying, Thanksgiving Day parade. So you better stop that nonsense. Sometimes you got to put them in their place. You got to stand up to them. You got to stop letting them bully you. He don't want to lose his job. She don't want to lose her job. You know, they play that big and bad thing. If they was that big and bad, they wouldn't have a job. They wouldn't have no job. So the difference is right now, guess what? Chances are now they got something to think about. And you got to be, hey, so many in the feds right now that was supposed to live Victoria's life. He cried like a baby when I went to visit him before he was sent to the feds for murder. Come on, folks. The difference is right now because, once again, we become something that's not us. We become trapped. We become trapped in that nonsense, man. Like I said right now, man, we got to stop this, man. Right now is, guess what? We got to stop this. We got to stop this. Spread the word, man. We got to stop this. Spread the word. Bully Buster 702 and the BGG movement coming to a city real soon. Coming to your city real soon. Bullet Buster 702.org. You know what I'm saying? In the BGG movement. It's best to give than receive. That's what we got to get people to do. That's what we got to get people to understand, man. Listen, man. You know, we want to front. We want to be down. We want to be cool. Cigar cutter for the bullies. Marcus, cigar cutters for the bullies, man. Hey, but like I tell you right now, bullies, you know what? They are insecure. That's why they bullying people. Because they've been bullied. They've been taken advantage of. So now they feel it's time to get back, man. That's the difference, folks. We got to stop that nonsense. We got to stop that gang stuff. Like right now, I was reading something about, you know, these 3 kids. I don't hold it. It was 2 kids and a man got shot in East New York. One kid got shot point blank blank. Next time I'm going to the supervisor instead of giving him what he want. Like I say, do what you got to do, man. Because once again, you got to stop that nonsense, man. Nobody trying to lose their job. Just now able to tap in today, what we discussing today, man. We're talking bullying, man. Was King Allah a bully? Was King Allah a bully? King Allah was a manipulator. King Allah, you know, manipulate a lot of people to do his dirty work for him. So I'm not going to say he was a bully. I'm just saying he's a manipulator, you know. Right now, what we talking about is right now is, man, hey, do critical thinking. Stop the bullying. Stop the BS. Also, they say King Tut was a bully. You know what? You know what? He could have been. Tut was nice with his hands. Tut used to go to PL, and he's a boxer. And right now, a lot of time with Tut, Jay Freeman, what's up, man? A lot of time, Tut used to try to intimidate people by coming around them and sparring with them and tearing them up. And I can remember one time, Tut came around me, and I told him, listen, man, if you ever pull that BS with me, you might well kill me. Because once again, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to get the jammy, and I'm going to empty the clip in your head. And right now, I'm going to get another clip and empty in your head. And ever since then, right now, we had to understand it. Sometimes right now, is you got to talk the language that people understand, especially the bullies. You got to get them to understand, like, guess what, man? Listen, I'm not going for that nonsense. So you got to talk a language that they understand. Listen, man, if you do that to me one more time, I'm going to knock your head off. You know what I'm saying? Whether you mean it or not, if that dude do that, like even right now, being in school. Right now, going to school, what happened? Somebody come up to you, back to you, pop you in the back of your head. You don't say nothing. So the next day they do the same thing. Pop you in the back of your head. You don't say nothing. Nah. The first time somebody's tack you in the back of your head, you're supposed to get up and like pick them up and body slam them or hook off on them. Let them know, no, you're not going to do that with me. That's the difference. Any record story, what type of beat down you saw in there in upstate, man? It's a lot, man. You got plenty of those stories, man. Plenty of those stories, man. You know, hey, but like I told you right now, folks, listen, man. I start off this conversation about right now is, man, cherishing your loved one, man. You know, right now, if you got a loved one, love on your loved ones. Love on your aunties, love on your uncles, love on your brothers, love on your sister, love on your mother, love on your father, love on your wife, love on your husband, love on your kids. Because life is precious, man. Life is precious. Like I said, I just lost my aunt. May her soul rest in peace and her spirit be lifted. I just lost my aunt. And the bottom line is right now is, guess what? Only thing I have is the fond memory. The fond memory. Some of the conversations, some of the jokes, some of the things that we used to talk about or whatever. And that's what I'm saying right now. Just like that, it could be gone. Just like that, it could be gone. And what I'm saying right now, folks, listen, man, cherish the moment that you have with your loved one, man. Cherish them. Make time for them. You make time. You can spend 40 hours at a job. You can spend overtime, 40, 50, 60 hours at a job. Sometimes what you got to do is make time for your family, man. Make time for them. Spend quality time with your family. That's what you have to do. Because once again, once they're gone, they're gone. Once they're gone, they're gone. I wish I would have did this. I wish I would have did that. I wish I would do this. A lot of times right now, guess what, man? A lot of times I didn't felt like, you know what I'm saying right now, driving 3 hours to visit my family. But you know what? I do it anyway. Because once again, like I say, I'm glad. I remember 8 years ago when I moved from Colorado. And before I moved from Colorado down here, and I remember having a conversation. I said, you know what? Listen, I'm thinking about moving down here. Why? Because right now is I'm tired. Every time I come here, it's because of a funeral or something went wrong. So right now, she's like, look, that would be so good if you moved down here. That would be so good. We both had tears in our eyes. And I moved down here. And I'm glad I did. Because I was able to see her much, much more than I'm saying right now, had I still been in Colorado. So the difference is right now is sometimes, folks, you got to follow your heart. You got to, follow how you feel. And what I'm trying to say right now is, listen, man, I'm glad that I moved back down here, and I'm glad that I was able to spend, the last 8 years, right now, reconnecting and building our family bond. And like I said right now is, I'm a misser. I'm not going to even tell you no lie. Even right now, coming down here driving, tearing up, crying, reminiscing, think about different things, But the difference right now is as long as I live, long as her kids live, her grandkids live, her great-grandkids live, she lived through us through all the fond memories. Because like I tell you right now, man, she was something else, man. She was something else. She ain't play. She did not play, man. Hey, but that's what I said right now. That's what life is all about, folks, man. Like cherishing the moment, man. And then we start talking about the bullying, man. The bullying aspect. People being tough. People trying to be disrespectful. People trying to take advantage of other people. People trying to take advantage of the weak, man. There's 3 black people in Colorado. Okay, when I was there, it was 4. That's true. Fight them off. Word. Hey, yeah, when I was there, it was 4. I remember putting in work at the job, day after day, never to get a raise. They gave me 3 drug tests in 1 year. I never did drug in my life. I saw the weakness in them. Hey, and like I said right now, sometime right now, guess what? You got to work. As long as you got work ethic, and right now, if they don't appreciate your talent, you got to take your talent elsewhere. You know what I'm saying? If they don't appreciate your talent, you got to take your talent elsewhere. You'd be surprised. The bottom line, some people loves to have good people, good, solid people. The bottom line is right now, anybody can get a job, but can you keep a job? Anybody can get a job, But the difference is right now, you're going to have reliable people with great work ethic that want something out of life, that want to build. Hey, thank you, TT, baby one. Thank you. Thank you. Me and my family appreciate that. Folks. And like I said right now, like I told you, it's like right now to me, I got so many different things that I'm working on. Hey, hit the like button, subscribe, share. Hit the like button, subscribe, share. Hit the like button, subscribe, share. You know how they used to go, patty cake, bake a man. Roll them up, and put them in a pan. Right now, hit the like button, subscribe, share. Hit the like button, subscribe, share. Hit the like button, subscribe, share, cake, bake them, man. Roll them up, put them in the pan. Criminals should be tortured in jail. Wow, man. Wow. Glaze, what's up? Glad I caught the lie. Ahmad, how you doing? Latif, how you doing, man? Hey, listen, man, folks, like I told you, hit the like button all day, man. Like I said right now, folks, listen, check this out. Coming to a city near you. You see that? Bully Buster. Bullybuster702.org. Bully Buster and the BGG movement will be joining forces. Coming to a city near you. Bully Buster 702.org and the BGG movement. It's best to give than receive. Will be coming to a city near you. See, just like I say, everybody keeps saying, you down with OPP? Yeah, you know me. You down with BGG? You down with BGG? You down with BGG? Yeah, you know me. You down with BGG? It's best to give than receive. Yeah, keeping the job. They try everything to have me fired. They try to provoke me. They wanted me to swing on them. I control myself. You know what? Control, man. Control. Mr. Bawanda Foundation, control. You got to be in control. You got to be in control of your destiny, man. You got to be in control of your destiny. Kenneth True Blood. The Las Vegas video music was fire. Thank you, thank you. Hey, man, like I say, that Las Vegas trip was fire, man. Kenneth True Blood, that Las Vegas trip. Hey, check that out, man. Make sure you go there. Make sure y'all go there. Check it out. Bullybuster702.org. Hey, Illflow Glaze, criminals should be tortured in jail. You know what? Everybody's entitled to their opinion, man. Sound like you're working with some good people. I am, man. Sean, I am, man. I'm working. So, hey, Keith, Big Keith, man. Shout out to Big Keith Bowen. And like I said right now, I like your intro music, BGG. Thank you. Like I said right now, folks, listen. Here it is, man. Love on your loved ones. Let them know, hey, to be easy. Let them know you love them. Let them know you care about them. Right now, is tomorrow's not promising none of us. Live each and every day as if it will be your last, because you never know. Live each and every day as if it will be your last, because you never know. So the difference is, to me, like I say, I sit back and reflect back upon a lot of things, man. I miss a lot of things. And you know what? I got tired of losing. That's why I had to get it together before it's extremely too late. And that's what my challenge to you, man. Get it together before it's extremely too late. Don't hate on nobody. Love your brothers. Love your sisters. Love your kids, man. Love your grandkids. Love your aunts, your uncle, your mother, your father, your grandparents, man. Love, man. Love. Right now, man, like, love is a beautiful thing, man. Word, that intro video is a level up, man. Love is a beautiful thing, man. Every time I think about that word love, you know what I think of? She give me love, crazy love. You give me love, crazy love. You give me love, crazy love. You give me love, crazy love. I got the dog barking back here. Hey, that's it. Hey, oh, calm down. Got the dog barking back here. Shadow, yeah, 11. I don't work there no more. Hey, look, man, I got the dog. Woo! Oh, man. Hey, listen, folks. Hey, I'm about to wrap this up or whatever. Thank you for joining me, man. But this is what I gotta tell you right now. Listen, folks. There's no coming back for death, man. Live each and every day as if it was your last, man. Right now, it's all about how do you get back? How do you put a smile on people's face, man? Show your love when you love them, man. It's easy, man. How do we get back? How do we get back to the basic principle? It's best to give than receive. It's best to give than receive. How do we get back? How do we get back, man? Letting people know it's best to give than receive. Especially your family, man. I don't care what you've been through, the ups, the downs. Guess what? Every day's not gonna be perfect. Every day's not gonna be good. Every day's not gonna be bad. But every day is what we make it. That's what we got to make the best of it, man. We got to make the best of it. And to me, like I said right now, bye-bye Tom Brady. Oh, Tom and them lost? You know what I'm saying? Okay, bye-bye Tom Brady. Okay, but like I said, how do we make the best of life, man? How do we have quality life, folks? And the bottom line is right now, you don't need no name brand to make you. You don't need a reputation to make you, man. You got to love yourself, man. You got to love yourself. But like I said right now, man, Thank you for all the condolences, for me and my family. Like I said right now, we truly, truly appreciate it. And like I tell you right now, thank you for joining me on this Sunday evening. Right now it's supposed to be cigar chat. Uh, we must love each other. Yes, we must do. We must love each other. We must love each other. You know what? Because, hey, love you, Glaze. Love you too, man. Thank you, Bawanda Foundation or whatever. And like I tell you right now, folks, as long as people coming on my platform, mindful, respectful, you get acknowledgement. Those that want to hate, let them hate. And like I say, those who want to talk trash, let them talk trash. Because I bet you any amount of money, face to face, they wouldn't say a word. I just graduated from college dealing with that. You did the right thing, and I kept my distance. And that's what you got to do, man. You got to ignore people, man. You got to ignore people. But sometime right now, if you can't ignore them, what's going to happen, that stuff going to build up, man. Charleston, South Carolina in the building, man. You're right, man. Geechee. Geechee over here. Geechee over there. Geechee. Geechee over here. Geechee over there, man. Geechee. Hey, but like you said right now, you're right. You got to ignore people, man. You got to ignore negativity. You got to ignore nonsense. You got to ignore, you know what? People that hate themselves. So if they hate themselves, they definitely going to hate you, man. They hate themselves, they definitely going to hate you, man. And that's the difference, man. What we have to do is, how do we learn to love one another, man? How do we get to the next level? How do we get back? Like I told you right now, check out bullybuster702.org and the BGG movement. Like I said, I got a lot of good things going to drop on the Brian Glaze Gibbs Patreon page. I got a lot of good things. Check out the Brian Glaze Gibbs Patreon page. Make sure you go over there and subscribe. Check it out, man. Plum tree, blackberry here, and everything else, Glaze. Hey, like I tell you, man, I'm back. Hey, back to life, back to reality, man. Back to life, back to reality. See, like I say, you always got negativity, man. Like I say, you know what? I bet you, Tim, you and those characters that you just mentioned, none of them would say that in front of my face under any circumstance. And that's the difference. So, like I tell you right now, sticks and stone may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. I'm in love. I'm at peace. I'm happy. I'm not on nobody's platform. Obviously you don't got nothing to do. You don't have a life, because otherwise you wouldn't be here. So the difference is right now is when you got Pies, that used to be a drug addict, you know what I'm saying, period. Used to be Lil D Flunky. When you got Newt, when right now what he did was he killed Quarterfield. If he would have went down the block with Quarterfield, act like he was going to take him to the hospital, Quarterfield was going to die anyway. You got my brother, he made a deal. So you know what? It doesn't even matter, man. That was years ago. So the difference is right now, I am me. I'm going to be me. I'm in love with me. So the bottom line is you can go ahead and hang out with those guys and be their little cheerleaders and come up with the negativity. Be all that, man. It doesn't matter. Like I said right now, you entitled to feel the way that you feel. And like I said, I'm happy for you. So right now, there's no love lost. But the difference is right now is, guess what? People will always hate no matter what. Like, always remember, folks, listen, as long as people are talking about you, that means you're doing something right. As long as people are talking about you, that means you're doing something right. When they stop talking about you, that's when you got to worry. So to me, I don't even care. Nah, never. I just heard about him when he did a Vlad interview. That's the first time I ever heard about him. You're right. You're right. As long as people are talking about you, that means you're doing something right. When they stop talking about you, that's when you got to worry. And that's when you got to worry, man. So to me, like I said right now, okay, but I agree, man. That's the same way I live life, man. And like I tell you right now, I'm at peace, man. I'm at peace, living my best life, man. Count my blessing. Around family, doing some difficult time. And you know what? Like building together, man. Building together, man. And just like I tell you right now, man, listen, man. Anybody right now, get down with the movement, man. Get down with the BGG movement. Get down with the bullybuster702.org. That's what it's all about, man. How do we get back, man? How do we stop this gang stuff? How do we stop these senseless violence, shooting, killing? Like I say, if you're not the solution, then you're the problem. You know what I'm saying? I was once the problem. Now I'm trying to be part of the solution, man. And you got to understand that. And you got to be able to be true to yourself and understand where you went wrong at. What contribution did you make? Did you make contribution for the positive, or you make contribution towards the negative? Was you the problem, or was you the solution? And the difference is right now, a lot of us don't even understand that. A lot of us have never took the time and admit what we was wrong and hold ourselves accountable for being wrong. That's the difference. You got to hold yourself accountable for being wrong, man. You got to look yourself in the eyes and say, you know what? I F up. Sean, yes, is like, Hey, but the difference is right now, like, how do we grow together, man? How do we grow together? Hey, like I said right now, man, listen, brother. I pray for you, man. I denounce you, Satan, in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. Like I say, paperwork, it doesn't matter, man. At the end of the day, I'm still me. At the end of the day, I'm still Brian Glaze Gibbs. At the end of the day right now is, guess what? You know what? My name spoke for itself for the wrong reason. For the wrong reason. I served Satan for the wrong reason. I did all that stupid stuff for the wrong reason. So you're right. The difference is right now, did I want to die in a jail cell? No. I made a decision. And I stuck with the decision that I made. So the difference is those that like it, they like it. Those that don't, it doesn't matter. But the difference is right now is you mentioned two people. In the same period. You mentioned two people. You mentioned Pies and you mentioned Cool. And the difference is right now, they both made deals. Pies came down from the state numerous of times, try to nail D to the cross. But the difference is the feds told them, we can't help you. Right now, we can take the information. We can use this information, but we cannot do nothing with your time. Okay? The same thing right now. Is he saying that? No, he's not saying that. He's not admitting that. But I know that. The same thing with the other one. He know what he did. That's why he didn't do no hard time. So you can go ahead and be their cheerleaders because you don't got all the facts. Be my guest. Who cares? Everybody know my story. If you want to know more about my story, get your signed copy of the Brian Glaze Gibbs book, Beyond Lucky, by emailing me, Brian, B-R-I-A-N, Gibbs, Gibbs, 1201 at yahoo.com. It's all there. I don't candy coat anything, man. The truth is the truth. And a lot of times right now, guess what, folks? The truth should set you free. You know, hey, Janine, you're right. But sometimes right now is I like when these cartoon characters come out the woodwork and they want to speak on stuff that they don't quite got the full understanding. They want to speak about these individuals not knowing who they really are. Hey, but that's what it's all about, man. That's what it's all about. But like I said right now, folks, I got a lot of things coming on. Hey, check out the Patreon page. Check out the Brian Glaze Gibbs Patreon page. I got several projects that about to drop. Make sure you check it out. You will not be disappointed. Make sure you go check out the Brian Glaze Gibbs Patreon page. And like I said right now, make sure you check out bullybuster702.org. Big Keith Bowen. Like I said right now, we got some powerful stuff coming your way, man. We got some very powerful stuff coming your way. Right now, the BGG movement, man. Hey, like I told you, I got a few pieces I dropped. I just dropped the piece in regards to check out the interview with me and Big Keith Bowen. You know, check that interview out. It's on my YouTube channel. Check out on the piece that I dropped with Bobby Smurdoff and Fat Cat, my man Domino. Like I say, folks, I've been working, man. I've been trying to put in peace, man. And sometimes right now I get kind of complicated about how can you continue to be creative? How can you continue to make, like, you know, positive impact? Come up with the right material. Stringer Bell, Sloop, big brother, the consistency is noticed. Thank you, Stringer Bell. Hey, man, but like I said, after a while, man, get to be, like, tedious, man. Constantly keep trying, man. Trying to come out with different things to talk about and making sure that, you know what, you're delivering a positive message. Because, once again, that's what it's all about, man. Did you know Lou Harb? Yeah, I know. Yes, I knew Lou Harb personally. Lou Harb is a good guy, man. Lou Harb is a good guy, man. I'm glad he out. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad he out. Hopefully he's keeping his nose clean. I'm glad he's out, man. Lou Harb is a good guy. You know? Yeah. Hey, but like I say, they would have did the same thing if they was put in the same situation. You know what? Like I said, a lot of times people can't think, go. That's what it's all about. Cool. You know? Hey, listen, man. I'm trying to give it 1 hour, man. I got 1 minute left, man, because the toe is getting cold, man. Hey, make sure you get your Panoxol. Get your Panoxol. Hey, get your Panoxol. You need energy. Anybody that fighting high blood pressure, high cholesterol, high weight, high sugar, get your Panoxol. You know, Yeah, man, my toe is getting freezing cold, man. You know, right now, what happened to Nelly's song when you need it? It's getting hot in here. Now take a man, it's getting cold out here. My toe is freezing cold. My toe is freezing cold. My toe is freezing cold. We proud of you. Thank you, Janine. My toe is freezing cold. Hey, look, man, I'm trying to be cool guy with these loafers on, man. I need some Gore-Tex, man. I need some Gore-Tex boots on. I need my Timbs, man. People, where my Tim's at? Where's my Tim's at? We love you. We love you too, man. KP. Yeah. Richard was some sloop, man. I see you coughing. Be careful with that part, man. Yeah, man. Like I say, I've been fighting this cold for the last 3 weeks, man. You know. Hey, but like I said right now, man, rest in peace tomorrow, just May. Man, so rest in peace and spirit be lifted. Love her. I'm gonna miss her. Like I say right now, man, this lady was a, good woman, man. Good woman. Right now is my family. Like I said, we appreciate all the condolences, all the shout out. We appreciate it, man. Timberlands in the New York way, man. Hey, folks, listen, thank y'all for joining me, man. Peace, love, and prosperity. One love.